build your brand that way. Be stupid and act crazy so people will pay to actually talk crazy to you in person. There's a revolt which is black, and there should be solidarity. What kind of solidarities do you have within your culture that you're not telling us about?
But yeah, there's a degree of that. Like if there was like a BMX dude or a skateboard dude, I feel a degree of solidarity with them. So
when you relate to culture, you relate to BMX.
That is one identity
but the
group that I
white
fall
skin
into.
thing gives
oh
you,
no, I don't care about that at all.
But you don't, right? But like I've had, like for example, when I used to walk into an office and have a white assistant with Lior, when I would walk out, Lior would always go, "You all right? They treating you okay?" Always. There was always that little like, you know what I mean? Do they give you that little to the side thing ever when you're with black people?
But you really think that Lior? I
guess I believe
bro, you.
He's done it.
But you feel like that's what it was?
I feel like it, bro. He's done it. I'm not telling you something because of intuition.
But do you think he was worried about shit because of some shit that he had seen?
Every time someone white came through, he didn't ask anyone black if they were all right. He only asked somebody white, and he made sure he did it every time. Every time I've been in a room with someone else, and there's no disrespect to Jewish people, I think that shit is gangster. But if you doing business with a Jewish person and it's the Jew against the other Jew, they got their thing going. Right. And that's how it goes. And that's almost how it should be with all cultures. There should be a respect for culture and brotherhood first, to me, but you shouldn't disrespect others to get ahead. That's all.
It's just what identity group you want to go with, because a lot of people end up.
Well, we don't have a choice, bro. But I'm black. You got a choice, and that's what you got to understand.
What I'm saying is
you can be black whenever you feel like it. We can't be white when we feel like it.
What I'm saying is a lot of people end up identifying with their socioeconomic group, not their race. So once they become
a lot of people don't. A lot of most racists are fucking broke and white, and they broke. And they are, and the ones that be shooting up the schools be usually white, and they usually don't have girlfriends. And they have the same, like, social is one thing, or ethnic, or rather as far as like money goes and what money you got. It's really about your perspective on life and who you blaming for your problems. Right. So I just feel like anyone that is racist is always just mad at their life and want to blame somebody else. I don't give a fuck about them, but I do know within any kind of gang unit or crew or team, whether it's the police, religion, when you come in the room, there's a connection you always gonna have, and that always kind of like you gotta have respect for that. That's just it goes without saying.
The thing that black people want from Kanye is some sort of.
But you're not even black. How you gonna tell me what black people? Wait, time out. Stop right there.
He wants an explanation for why everybody's so fucking mad at him, right?
Hold on a second. Let's just rewind to a point you just made.
I'm not even mad at him. I get why everybody else is mad at him because he's not making a good argument.
But clearly, let's address this. You just said what black people want. That's what you just said.
He's aware of what black people want from him that they're not getting.
Wait a second. Question. How crazy does it sound for a white man to tell a black man what black people want?
Look, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm saying.
That'd be like
but
me telling you
Kanye's
what
talking about how he feels about what black Twitter thinks about him.
See, you're only caring about your points. The question I just asked is how crazy is it for a white man to tell a black man what other black people want?
Deal with the substance of what I'm saying.
But you're not. So you're doing that. You're doing that evasive thing.
I'm not being evasive at all. I want you to confront my ideas head on.
You only care what you want,
and it has nothing to do with my ideas either. I'm talking about what Kanye wants. Kanye is clearly concerned with the fact that his people are concerned about his ideas.
Okay, let me just say this. In this conversation, we want two things out of it. You want to answer about music, and I want to answer about how a white man could say what a black man what other black people want.
But tell me
my answer to you is this. I can't tell you what Kanye's thinking, period. And I'm not sticking up for him at all. I'm telling you my opinion about what he did. But within this conversation, it stimulated another one. How is it okay for a white man to tell a black man what other black people want? And why would it be logical for anyone to listen to that? Answer that question.
This is my response. You can't just sweep the Trump shit under the rug like it's not a big deal. People want him to explain the Trump shit in a way that makes sense to them. It's not going to happen.
Do you notice you're not acknowledging my question?
That's the bare minimum. It's that if you're going to support Donald Trump, you have to explain this in a way that makes sense to people.
Adam, do you notice?
That's at least what I wanted out of this album.
Adam, do you notice you're not acknowledging my question?
I'm not. I don't think it's important what race I am when I say that. I'm saying what I think from observing public discourse. I think that there's a level to which people are unhappy with Kanye, primarily because of his support of Donald Trump.
Adam, I'm a black man with a question. How is it okay for a white man to tell a black man,
oh my God,
what other black people want.
If you want a real answer, that's not at all what I was doing. I wasn't talking about what black people want. I'm talking about from my observation, what I see, what people want from him. People want an explanation for the Trump shit. People want him to somehow land on something that ideologically makes sense.
If you don't answer questions, why should he?
Nature of slavery. That's the